This is what's in the toilets. Listen to that. I'm glad I just got something to blow my nose, because if I'd wiped my arse with this, it would look like I fell off a motorbike. I'd end up with road rash. It's brutal. So you come out the door, straight into what is just astonishing scenery.
I'm Chris and I'm solo travelling through Norway in this, my fully loaded motorhome on the ultimate 6 weeks road trip. I'll be filming 42 daily episodes and releasing them every Tuesday and Thursday for the next 21 weeks. So hit subscribe and join us on this incredible road trip. Now let's get back on the road.
Good morning, neighbours. Good morning. How was your sleep? That was nice and quiet.
Yeah.
We were a little bit worried about, there was a group of, well, was it 2 people on the quad that went past beeping the horns quite early on, really. So I thought they might return. I did experience that maybe 3 times last time in Norway, but you haven't had that before.
No, never. No. Only a group of young people with
car. Oh, motorbikes.
Yeah, dude, always going up and down.
Yeah, we get that sometimes in Scotland where someone will sort of drive past and beep. But I did get it a couple of times here. But nah, nice and quiet.
Yeah.
Beautifully quiet.
Yeah.
I was up editing the video till 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
I went to bed at about 1, got to sleep maybe 1:30. I've been back up finishing it off this morning, so that's how dedicated I am. That's how dedicated I am. I'm knackered now. I might just sleep all day. What a beautiful place to wake up though. Yeah, absolutely incredible.
You don't need a camping site.
No, you don't. I might go to one tonight just so I can have a day. I'm knackered though today. Bye friends. See you around. It's been a lovely morning. I really do need to get a shuffle on though, because it's currently 11:30 and I haven't moved at all. All we've done is just been talking outside. It's been lovely. It's nice to meet so many like-minded people. Every time I meet anyone on the road, whether it's in Scotland or strangely even in Norway, we've always got just such a similar mindset. I think anyone who's into van life type stuff and traveling kind of has had a bit of a realization that the life that we all get sucked into isn't really all it. So it's nice to have a chat with you. It was lovely to meet you. I've got no doubt that I'll see you again, since you're following a very similar route anyway. So we'll meet up and maybe have another little veggie burger. I'm not having one like you, but you just can. Not for me then. I prefer proper meat. Anyway, I need to get cracking. I need to make a drink, get the van sorted and get on the road because time is ticking. So first things first, where we're off. 22 minutes. 12:08, I'll get there. Van is all ready to go. Weather is incredible. Oh, and there's bins, man. Didn't even notice there was bins. 2 seconds. I can't empty the rubbish.
You've heard of the NC 500. It's iconic, stunning beaches, epic scenery and some of the best roads in the UK, but it only scratches the surface of the Scottish Highlands. You miss out on places like the Cairngorms and even the Isle of Skye. So while I'm away filming in Norway, you can grab all 3 of our best-selling travel guides, the NC 500 Improved, the Ultimate Scottish Road Trip and the Cairngorms and Highlands, half price in a bundle. That's just £30 for all 3, only £10 per guide.
As a YouTube channel, we do not do any sponsored content, brand related content, power bank reviews or any of that. We only advertise things that we make ourselves, which is why the sales of our travel guides massively are appreciated. They support the production of videos like this, the adventures, the diesel to get to these places, to make videos that hopefully you guys enjoy. To get this discount, head over to the link in the description. Now let's get back to the video.
Come off it, man. Look at this already. Just literally 5 to 10 minutes away from where I stayed last night. You've got views like this. And again, people will be like, oh my God, where is that? But this isn't even out of the ordinary for Norway, if I'm honest. This is kind of pretty typical, to be fair, of
places like this, especially when you're coming into a big valley like this. And you just have to, they just thought, right, well, we're going to have to get over this mountain, presumably before they had the technology to go through it with roads. So they just built insane roads over the top. And then you come through and you just see a beautiful little Norwegian town or village or whatever. It's just simply beautiful. How on earth are these mad little roads in the middle of nowhere up mental cliff mountainous roads? How are the roads still perfect? There's no potholes, there's no lumps, there's no bumps. Like, this terrain is no joke what they've built these roads over. And the roads are just immaculate. Now again, for any of the non-confident drivers, if you do come to do the Ultimate Norway road trip and follow my guide, you don't have to take these roads, but why would you not? Like, there is a much more direct route to get to all of the places, realistic. Not all of them, you would have to miss a few, but you can kind of drive a lot more direct. In almost all of Norway, really, there's normally a much more direct route where people going to work and stuff would go. But some of the places, like a few of these ones, you cannot really get at them unless you drive these roads. But honestly, they're not hard to drive. They're quiet, you can take your time. Again, depending on when you come in peak season, obviously you're gonna have to take into account there's gonna be more people, clearly, kicking about on the roads in the summer. More tourists, more motorhomes, more campervans. Up to now on this drive, I've maybe came up to like 4 cars potentially coming the other way. And that's it up to now, there's no one behind us. Near enough at the first spot, which looks sick, looks proper cool. Few little windy bits of road here. We're going up a right old mountain after I've been in here though, if the road's open, which it might not actually be. Yeah, it doesn't look like it is. So the next spot, I have to come all the way back this way, I think. There's just a small section that the town road works on, which means they've had to close the whole road. So that could be a bit of a pain on the way out, but we'll deal with that afterwards. But this first spot, which I'll show you when we get out, looks bloody lovely. Basically here, what we've got is 2 very old historic houses that have been preserved for hundreds of years because they're literally under not two, but under an enormous cliff. They're just built under kind of, I wouldn't know if it would be classed as a cave, but I'll show you when we get there. It's a beautiful spot. You can actually stay here as well. This was where I was planning on staying until I spoke to Stephen, and obviously he'd mentioned that it is a little bit industrial, so I thought, now we'll find somewhere else. And then we found that incredible park up last night, which was just simply beautiful. Getting lucky again with another day of incredible weather. Yet again, Norway is pulling out all the stops for us at the minute, which is nice because it didn't last time we came. It was raining a lot, and when it rains here, it rains. So this is called Hellerlin. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how it's spelled. So the 2 houses, which should just be behind here, date back, one to the 18th century and one to the early 19th century, but they've found remains and stuff dating back 6,000 years under here, so it looks pretty incredible. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm not
100% sure, but I think you can get in them as well. One of them's shut, it's got a closed sign on. But the other one, we'll try and see if we can go in. Oh wow. This is properly cool. Not much of a back garden. Extremely cool, but can you imagine this being your view out the front door? So you come out to your 18th century fire extinguisher, you open your door, not a bad little view outside the house there. I can't believe the weatherman. It's roasting again. I'll put my shorts and a string vest on like Rab C. Nesbitt, I think. I honestly feel like I've got half of these places to myself at the minute. There was one family that had just been here, a Norwegian couple going for a hike up a vertical, almost vertical cliff with a baby and a dog. It's them Viking genetics that they've all got here. But I'm going to have a little walk along this way, see what the view will be like. Presumably I'm going to have a look out over the fjord, more than likely. Oh, it's rocky though. So here is the dilemma that I've got. This is where we are, and this is where I need to be. It is 2.6 miles away, but because the road's closed, the only way I can get to it is to drive 57 miles, mostly in the wrong direction, and come all the way back around. Which, if I'm being completely honest, I just cannot do that. It's just too much. If I'm honest though, I have to go all the way back to Fjord, which is where I was yesterday. So that's a bit of a nightmare. Kind of knocked us quite a bit, that actually, because that's added a hell of a lot of time back on this. So even with skipping where I needed to get to, it's still an hour and 45 minutes to get to troll picking. It wouldn't really bother us too much. It's just about an hour and, I don't know, 15 minutes of that travelling is literally back the same way that I've came. At least the scenery is nice and the weather's nice. I am not going to make the progress I was hoping to make today. Not even close. Right, Howie, we need to discuss that, because how have they got wind turbines on the top of mountains? How are they doing that? Who's building them? How do you even start to think, right, who even has the idea, right, let's put wind turbines on the top of all of them mountains? What, they're doing, just dropping them out of a helicopter and open the land upright in the ground? That doesn't make any sense to me. How the hell have they managed that? We kind of fill potholes on the road, but they can put wind turbines on the tops of mountains. What technology have these got in Norway that we didn't know about? That's insane. I've seen the odd one, but never like that. That's mad.
So it's 1:10 and I'm starving and I haven't really got any food in. I've got some of them frozen chicken drumsticks or whatever, but that's all I've got, which is fine. I can have them for dinner, but I do need to buy some food just because I've got now else bar that, and I think some prawns that are frozen as well, but I've got now again with the prawns either. So I think since we're coming back through this town or village that I've already been through about an hour and a bit ago, I'm going to see if I can find a shop of some variety and see if I can pick up something to eat. Not for now, but maybe it's for later. And I do need a bit of a resupply, if I'm honest. I'm running a little bit lower on the drinking water and stuff as well. Not terribly. I've got enough. Got a couple of 2-litre bottles, but I would rather just start picking some bits and bobs up. And I don't know what time sort of shops and that are open in Norway, in little places like this. This is always open. So I'm gonna go in. So the always open shop. So the always open isn't actually even open, which is a bit of a pain. I mean, it is called Joker. Maybe it's just like a really elaborate piss take. Well, they've literally got stuff everywhere saying always open. There's like all the signposts are outside. Looks like it's open, but it definitely ain't because I can't get in. So let's see if I can find somewhere else. Do you see the little robot grass cutter things everywhere here? There's one over there just mooching around the garden, cutting the grass. So I'm back. Finally back in Fjords, which is where I was at lunchtime yesterday. So it's been a little bit of a tedious one this morning. I haven't really got any food left. I've got some chicken wings and prawns, I suppose, but other than that I've got nothing else left. So I'm trying to find somewhere to buy some food, but obviously in Norway, like it really should be everywhere else, on a Sunday pretty much everything's shut. There's a couple on Google that look to be open, just small little shops. So I'm gonna see if I can find somewhere to pick something up. I'm not particularly hopeful, but we'll try it, and I'll use this as an opportunity to actually show you Fjord because it's absolutely beautiful, and I kind of forgot to video it yesterday because I was busy getting photos and stuff. So I'll take you around, we'll have a look at Fjord, and we'll hopefully find somewhere to pick up some scran. Basically in Fjord you have like a Dutch quarter kind of, where you have loads of beautiful wooden white houses, and I had a walk down it yesterday and they are gorgeous. I mean, they're incredible. Everyone's out painting them at the minute as well, but someone's having a barbecue. I might see if I can find who's having a barbecue and beg for a burger. But as you walk down some of them, the view down out over the fjord is absolutely beautiful, so I'll show you that. There's clearly a lot of money here again, as always in Norway. According to Google, the shop should be around here somewhere, but I don't know if maybe it's around the other side because I can't see it here. Everything's like completely deserted on a Sunday, which, like I say, I am in full agreement with. Just because I've cocked it up doesn't mean I think it shouldn't be like this. I do think Sundays should be rest days. But I should have remembered this. Again, sloppy really. I thought that was going to be the case. I presumed it was just a mistake for them to just have one. Like if one shop's going to be open, you know that the rest of them would want to be open.
chicken wings or prawns, one of the two, or I can see if I can find a restaurant, which there's plenty of down by the sort of coast bit, see if any of them are open. But what I will do first is I'll take you back down the street where I walked yesterday and show you the view as you get to the bottom. Not bad, but there's no food here, so I do need to go and try and find something. It may become an unintentional fast day. And in all fairness, I burnt my burgers last night, so they were black. So I had like most of one burger. The bun was rock hard, so I chucked the bun out as well. And then I had a little bite at the second one, I just couldn't. So, haven't been particularly good food-wise, really, since I got here, other than the kebabs, which were incredible. I'd fast for 2 days in a row if I could get a kebab at the end of it. I think that's how much I love a kebab. As you can tell, not quite the type of food I was planning for, but I wanted something to eat. I am knackered as well. I'm proper paggered, so I've get myself a pizza. I'm going to eat some of it now and I'll keep the rest of it later. But Man United are playing at, what time? 3 o'clock, so 4 o'clock here, which means I've got probably about an hour and a half. So I'm going to see if I can find somewhere to park up where I can chill and watch the footy. Fjords, you are a beautiful little place, but it's time to push on because I'm fed. I've got half a pizza left. I might eat that tonight. I'll see. But most of all, because I've found a park up which isn't that far away. It's only 25 minutes away, which means I'll get there for just after 3, which gives us 1 hour till the Man United match starts, and then I can watch the footy, which is good. Loads of electric. We've got a plethora of electric. And I've just had one of them days where now it's really working out exactly how I thought it would. So I'm just going to call it quits earlier. I'll show you this park up though. It is one that you have to pay for on the Easy Park app, which is a bit like pay by phone and Ring Go and whatever they're called that we use in the UK for like where you just pay on your phone, top it up and whatnot. So it's not free. I don't think the services. But it's like a designated parking area with what looks to be pretty nice views, considering it's not too far off just the motorway. But in all fairness, you have to do something wrong to not have a nice view in Norway, because let's face it, it's lovely. This park up could be a tasty one, to be honest. It's on the other side of the valley that I've just come round by the looks of it on Google Maps. So with a little bit of luck, we might be laughing. We might have another very beautiful, again, different. And I'm trying to be as varied as I can and kind of just treat it exactly how I would, whether I was making a video or not, albeit some of them that I do park in are probably a little bit prettier than what I would normally go for, because if I'm being completely honest, I'm not that fussed normally where I park up. Once me sort of curtain blind things are shut, I can't see where I am anyway, so I'm not really bothered. I'm not normally one to even sit outside, which is ironic because that's all I've done this trip.
But yeah, we'll see. Google Maps is properly having me on at the minute. So clearly the road that you used to drive down is now a skate park for the kids, which is good. I'm glad it is. But it does mean that I have to go back the way I've just been. That's just today. Honestly, this is exactly how today's just got everything. Everything I've done is just, it's not bad, it's just everything's just not quite gone to plan today. One of them days, never mind. At least it's one of them days in a beautiful country. And then it tries to get us to drive down a path. What is going on? Hey. Great. Is there anything coming? No, there is not. Let's go, let's go. Let's try this way. See if I can figure out a route from this direction, which can be the only way to get there, presumably. This looks a bit more promising, doesn't it? Whoa! Stealthy speed bump. There it is. There's some stealthy speed bumps that are that perfectly laid I couldn't even notice them, so I've literally flew over two of them and nearly smashed me teeth out. But here is the park up, I think. So we're going to have a little neb, see what we think. But it seems to be a decent little spot. I don't know actually. What I might do is I might actually reverse. I'm gonna pick the very last spot, and then at least no one can block us. Well, people can block us in, but no one can block me view, which is the main thing I'm bothered about. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Let's get these down. Get the old leveling legs out. The legs out for the lads. There's the view out the back window, and I thought, because there's some that sort of horizontal and then these ones, I thought this would be the better pick, mainly because off them speed bumps, all my coffee pods are just all over the place. I've even got like compost stuff out my little plant pot that's jumped out. But I thought this way no one can park behind us because I'm the last one, which means I will keep this view out the windows, which is nice because I've got so many windows. But I'll show you outside where we're at. Not too shabby. Let's have a neb, see how much it's going to cost. So the app that you need to use is Easy Park, and it just picks up the location straight away. So for one day it's 100 NOK. NOK to pounds, so £7.23 roughly for one day, and you can stay up to 7 days. 7 days for 700 NOK. So for 50 quid you could stay here for 7 days. There is electric additional, so you can pay for that separately again on another app. I don't need any electric, but I am going to stay for the full day, and it's a full 24 hours as well. It's not to a certain time or anything like that. So this one currently ends since it's 3:15. 3:15 tomorrow. That's ideal, like. Happy days. Simple as that. That was probably as painless as it's going to get, really. This episode is part of a daily vlog series, so you can head back and watch the previous episode by clicking here, or if you're brand new to this road trip, why not jump back to episode 1 by clicking here and start it from the very beginning.